Three, two, one.
Welcome to this episode of Beer and Booze with B-Rad, your host, B-Rad. And this is a very special edition of this because this beer I've been wanting to do a review on a very long time since I found out a little history about it. The United States' oldest brewery and the number one selling beer. But since I'm in Kansas, it's kind of an East Coast deal. It hasn't wandered over here very yet. A friend of mine, Mikey Lawrence, happened to pick me up some beer, and thank you, Mikey Lawrence. I owe you, brother. I owe you big time. I hope you're enjoying my trade for that. There's some good beers in there. I hope you enjoy them and everything. So let's get on with this because I got a lot of information, and let's start this off right. If you're going to drink, don't drive. If you're going to drive, don't drink. And something near and dear to my heart, Twin Two veterans died daily to PTSD, suicide. So if you know a veteran or anybody suffering from PTSD, reach out to that individual. Take them out to lunch. Take them out for a drink. Just hang out with them. Listen to them. Could save their life. And, of course, this is Red Friday. Remember, everyone deployed. Being a U.S. Marine veteran, I like to support. Remember, everyone deployed until they all come home. So if you don't know about Red Friday, please wear your red on Friday in support of the troops. I've got a 190-year-old brewery, which is pretty impressive. I think it was David Yuengling. Okay, Yuengling. I got Yuengling this week, and I've got a lot of information on Yuengling. He came over in 1829. Pottsville, Pennsylvania is where he decided to, him and his family decided to open up a brewery. This brewery started off as Eagle Brewery, and then later on they changed the name, like just 10 years or so into Yuengling and Sons. And hence it's Yuengling still to this day. Now they've had some trials and tribulations. I believe they had their brewery burnt down a year, and during Prohibition, they started making near beer, and they also purchased the property across the street, opened up a dairy, so he could keep his employees employed through the Prohibition, and through Prohibition, so they could pay the bills. They opened up a dairy, and matter of fact, they purchased that old dairy building back from whoever owned it as a museum and a tour facility, so you can take a tour. And they just couldn't handle all the couldn't handle all the people coming through there, which, it's the number one brewery, and they stopped distributing out of kind of the area, the East Coast and stuff. They bought a Stroh's Brewery down in Florida, hoping that they could solve that problem a little bit, but it really didn't, because the demand for this beer is so great. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I screwed up my review yesterday, and I had just the regular Yuengling lager, okay? And I'm trying to do a review with one of my favorite breweries down in Aeroplanes, and hopefully if those guys go along with it, I'll have Lance and JRB, and maybe even Casey Patch. But now I had 4 beers of the Black and Tan, the Pilsner, and the Lager. So I drank one, and I'm going to drink one of this. That means there's only 3. Maybe we can all share. I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to bring something new, and it'll be my first guest, and I'm going to go from there. But I'm not done with this Yuengling. Yuengling, 97% of beer is water. Okay, they purchased a one of the wells or something in Pottsville, and then they gave it back and everything later on. And yeah, they gave it back. Yuengling is a very eco-friendly today business, which is, it's great for me, great for you, great for the environment. They give back to their community. They gave that well back, and I don't know where they get their water now, but they still believe that water Water is a key ingredient in beer, whiskey, any of that stuff. And that's why Kentucky makes such good whiskey. And I tried a Kentucky brewery, and they do make a very fantastic beer. So water is key. Okay, they're very eco-friendly. The grains and stuff they give to farmers, to feed their livestock. The yeast they give to food service companies so they can make food with. Their water waste is used to generate electricity to run their museum and their tour place and that old milk building across the thing. Just great things at this company, and it's still family owned. So, 190 years in business, and to be the number one craft beer in America, all because German immigrants came to America with a dream, and it has lasted. That dream's still going. And I can see that dream still going for another freaking 190 years. All right, since I am so long-winded with this, and, something been weighing on my mind and stuff, What's been weighing on my mind is Epstein didn't kill himself. Politics on this. So we're going to go ahead and go on. But I got the Yuengling Pilsner. Okay. Now, I'm not going to give them a rating and stuff because we know that this is good beer. Okay. I just never had it before until yesterday. I had the lager. Now I'm going to have the Pilsner. The lager was very delicious. I'll do a review on that later. But like I said, I screwed it up and I didn't have the sound again. I didn't have my thing plugged in. And I didn't want to do a voiceover and freak everyone out again. The label. I feel the label is very nostalgic. It's got family operated, family owned, embossed. And this, it's got the Eagle. They were called Eagle. It's got like a little keg since 1829. 6 generations of brewing. I like it, man. I like the attention to detail they put in this. I give them, if I was rating this stuff, which I'm really not going to rate, they do their little cap, like I said, a lot of attention to detail. And the official beer opener, B-Rad, bam! All right, let's crack this baby open. Let's get it a drink. I just had me some Buffalo Wild Wings. Go figure that. All right, I'm not really going to get too much into the color and the head and stuff. We'll just kind of run through it, though. It's got a pretty decent head on it. The clarity in this is just unreal. Like they filtered the shit out of this. God, you get that malty, a slight hop, a little bit of sweetness kind of smells like. All right, like I said, I don't want to get too... We're not going to do a regular rating on this stuff. I wanted to tell a little bit about the story. I like to share the stories of these breweries that craft these beers and stuff. I worked in a bar for 15 years, and let me tell you what, nothing better than hearing some stories, and I like to share some of the stories of these breweries, how they came about, how they're in existence, and why this one is so dominant. All right, let's give her a taste. Oh, holy shit. I'm not really a Pilsner person. I like it, but I tell you what, that is the definition of smooth right there. Very little aftertaste. You have the malt, the barley taste, kind of a little bit of sweetness in there, and just slight, but just goes down fucking so smooth. Wow. I would love to see this beer come to Kansas, and probably some of you you probably have it in your area, but I don't have it in my area, man. And this is most definitely a beer that we should have here, man. It's too bad that they just can't keep up with the distribution of this beer because it's just so freaking good. All right. Countless awards throughout the years. I think in 2016 they were number one craft brewer, voted number one craft brewer. All right, you find yourself in Pottsville, PA, and you might be having a good time. Maybe you're taking a tour of the bar, you're sitting down, getting some samples, and you have okay, let's go to the bar outside Pottsville, and there's this Marine. He's got a eye patch, and his name's Casey. I can outdrink you. Okay, this is what I like to call the Chugability. Chugability is something that I created. No one else created this. I mean, there is taste, and that taste is effing delicious. We're rating the taste today as delicious. The clarity of the beer is unreal. Just everything, the marketing, the package, whoo, it's top notch. Okay, hence why they've been in business for so long. So the Chugability is something I created to give you an unfair advantage against professional drinkers that might challenge you in a chug off. You know, the loser has to buy the other one a beer. And hopefully I'm going to take that guesswork out for you. And let's get on with this. It's just so smooth, man. It's like I didn't even drink that. Freaking amazing. Yuengling, thank you, Mike and Lawrence, man. I owe you, brother. Just an absolute fantastic. Matter of fact, I think I like the Pilsner better than the lager. Who knows? I could like the black and tan better than all of them. I don't know. But I'm pretty much a lager person, but God, I'm leaning towards this Pilsner here, man. It's absolutely fantastic. All right, Mrs. B-Rad, I have the house to myself. Mrs. B-Rad's working. The stepson, he's out working out. He decided he wanted to join the Marines, which I support him. He's got a lot of work to do, a lot of weight to drop, but so do I. So nothing's impossible. You set your mind to it, and that's what I encourage him. So anybody can do anything they want. Just put your mind to it. All right. This point in my video, I'd like to pay thank you to the men and women that sacrificed all for this great country by having a little sip of some whiskey. And I got a special whiskey that I got this just the other day. It's the Metallica Blackened, and it's got a play set or a playlist for this. When they age it in the barrels, it vibrates it. Kind of a unique story. I'll get on with the review for that. But it's got one of my favorite songs, For Whom the Bell Tolls, I'm a Marine, and supposedly, the story goes, it was about the Marines of Iwo Jima. So this is for the men and women that sacrificed it all, and of course Chesty Puller, who was in that campaign. Not in the picture, but he's at the. Of course, Chesty Puller, wherever you are, and to the men and women that sacrificed it all for this great country. I love America, and I hope you love America too. If not, get out of here. I forgot to drink it out of the skulls of our enemies. Arrgh. Too late now. But a very good whiskey. They had a top-notch person help with the recipe of that. Someone who's a whiskey renowned. I don't know, what do you call a whiskey distiller? Just a distiller? I don't know. Probably just a distiller. All right. I got some thinking to do. Of course, Mikey Lawrence. Thank you, man. I can't thank you enough. And then, of course, people like Brad Lance, who bought me my tripod, my light, my microphone. Oh, holy shit. This fell out of the tripod. Well, we're just going to wing this here. Hold on. Gosh, Dan. Hopefully it's still recording some damn sound out of this. I'm going to try to put it in here. All right. Gosh darn it. All right. If I knew how to edit. Oh, holy smokes. Oh my God, the world's coming to an end. All right. I probably should have shut this shit show down, but we just let this shit show go, because that's all the shit show can do in our budget here. I did not tighten this down enough. Gosh darn it. All right. Whoa. Okay, I'm back. The part I'd like to say thank you, Mikey Lawrence, of course. Brad Lance, I owe you big time. Also, he provided the tripod, the little frame, and that's how I knocked my phone out of there. The microphone and the lighting, so I can get better lighting and stuff for these videos. Of course, Scott Losky, who watches this all the freaking time. Lupe Gomez, another Marine Corps brother that watches this. Of course, Casey Patch, that he's the main focus of our chuggability test. And all my Marine Corps family, Mrs. B-Rad, my granddaughters, 10 and Isabel. I love you guys very much, and hopefully someday you're going to watch this and be like, that's my people. And of course, my Canadian viewer. And I didn't forget you, Stony Vineyards. I'm looking forward to that video. Next video you guys have. Share the shit out of this video. Let's grow this channel. 44 viewers and strong. Please subscribe. Hit the like button. Share the shit out of this. Because we're so angry. Semper Fi, motherfucker.